your family.
All right, hey, I'm John Lyons. Of course, I was born and raised in Seattle, Washington. Mostly played football, went to school for a little bit, college. Known my wife pretty much my whole life. You know, it's my daughter Sequoia. Her name is Nicole. Her name is Sequoia. My mother back there surprised me with the visit today. Her name is Tanya. Yeah, I worked a little bit with Auburn for a little bit. I met Chief Shumford shortly after that. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I met him shortly after that. He introduced me to the Algona way. Fell in love with how he runs the show here. And he's given me the opportunity, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
All right. Well, step right up here and get sworn in.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh. I thought it was a high five.
And we're live now too. That's it.
We are live, yes.
I'm always doing something.
I state your name.
John Lyons.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will be alert and vigilant
that I will be alert and vigilant
to enforce the criminal laws
to enforce the criminal laws
of this state,
of this state.
that I will not be influenced
That I will not be influenced
in any manner
in any manner
on account of personal bias
on account of personal bias
or prejudice,
or prejudice.
that I will faithfully
That I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
execute the duties
execute the duties
of my office
of my office
as a law enforcement officer
as a law enforcement officer
according to the best of my skill,
according to the best of my skill,
abilities,
abilities,
and judgment,
and judgment.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, family, for coming. It's great to see you here. Appreciate your time.
Have a good
Make motion to approve the agenda.
I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any
Be right back.
questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. There's a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Everybody get a chance to look at it and sign it off. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Yes. Reports of Mr. White.
I attempted to join the Comcast Small Businesses seminar today from 12 to 12:30, but nobody showed, but me, I guess. It wasn't there. So anyway, I just hung up and went back to what I was doing.
Mr. Cook.
No reports this evening, man.
Thank you. Mr. Fairley.
No report.
Ms. Osborne.
After attending the meeting last week of the group for Algona Days, I really want to congratulate Gary because he has, I think, touched everything that needs to be touched and is so far ahead. He could go in tomorrow and do that day Algona Days.
Nice.
He's very on the ball.
Mr. Thomas.
No reports. Thank you.
Thank you. Todd.
Hi, I'm up.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that. So Cherry Park, we've started this morning. An excavator came up. They'll start tearing down all the trees tomorrow, and they'll take out all the stumps, grind everything up into bark, and it should be done by the end of this week. So we're making good progress there. We're still getting prices on fencing to put fencing around the pond. Flooding hasn't been an issue since it hasn't been raining. We have the water pump still out there. We have electrical service that PSE should approve on Wednesday. and we've already ordered a water pump. So we'll be able to return the Sunbelt rental. Back in 2017, there was a lot of vandalism around Boundary Boulevard, Milwaukee Industry, in the industrial sector. I think there's approximately 10 light posts that they took the wire from, and also underground. We're working with the insurance agent to get that insured. We should have some high-level costing at the end of this week for that. We're not going to know for sure because some of the wire is still in there, some of it is out of there. Whether or not any of the conduit got damaged, then if they did, then we may have to replace sidewalks at the same time. But the good side is that we're likely covered. The Algona wetland project, third touches tonight. I don't think we need to say a lot more than that. Water purchase, the mayor, Jessica, city administrator, and myself met with the city of Auburn to be able to acquire 170,000 gallons of fire flow storage. They have provided with a proposal. We're also looking at a public works board for a potential loan to buy the water with their funding. They'll get back to me by the end of this week whether or not that's possible. But we're the second city that has requested something similar. They don't generally give. They generally give money for particular capital projects. I tried to convince them that this is an asset and we're just acquiring another asset, and that the city of Auburn is going to be building it. So hopefully we'll be able to get something on that. The loan rates are very low on those. For distressed community right now, they're sitting at 1.26%. And 15% we could get as a grant because we're a distressed community. So the effective rate is even lower. Sewer system CCTV, we submitted to the small works roster. Approximately 300 different companies were approached through their website. And we should get something back by the middle of May here. We had a jetter hose go sideways on us into a side sewer and into somebody's house. Luckily, we didn't get, there was no damage and we were able to get it out. It took a couple weeks though. Still waiting for a price from Ferguson on the water meter upgrade. The last couple of weeks, we've cleaned out 97 catch basins, and our goal is 200 by May 9th. The guys have been doing a great job on mowing all the parks and trails. We've had a couple minor water leaks, and of course they occur on a Sunday. And so the guys went out and fixed them, Joe and Dean. They're always available. We've been cleaning ditches, the picture on the right-hand side, that's on 5th Avenue. We're sending our guys to do the pesticide exam. That's Lester, Joe, and Carlos for May 13th. So we can hopefully be able to keep some weeds under control with sprays. And Richard, our new public works supervisor, he's going to a course here in Auburn on basic waterworks. There's a number of things happening over the next few weeks. There's more mowing, there's more ditch cleaning, there's more catch basin cleaning, storm drain jetting. We're looking at doing a rate study, finalizing the maintenance plan, the flood control plan. We're submitting grants to King County, reviewing capital replacement projects such as the asbestos cement water lines. There's going to be a TIP, transportation improvement plan coming forward, and again, more grants. And the last thing, when we met with the city of Auburn, we're looking at doing a flood task force, hopefully get a chance to reduce some of the vegetation in some of the 400 ponds and so forth. And we're also looking at some things that we're going to do along our ditch. Meeting with WashDOT on Wednesday to see if we can repair some of our ditches along 167 to increase the height and reduce the flooding coming in between 10th and 11th.
I got a couple questions. On your catch basins, you said you cleaned 97. How many do we have in the city? Do you know?
Somebody told me 635, but then I saw a report it was about 700. So I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's in that range. We're supposed to do 20%. So we're going to do a little more than that this year and do some catch up because we also have to do a lot of jetting. And in particular, our focus will be between Algona and 167 ditch. Met with some of the residents on 11th as well last week and trying to get an idea of where they see the water coming in, not just make an assumption on our own. And I think that's been helpful. One of them that is on the first page there on 11th and 167 ditch. He tried to put a berm up there to keep the water out. And he said, yeah, he'd be happy to show the people from WashDOT what's actually going on. I think we're going to get there this before winter here to repair some of that. Our maintenance agreement allows us to do some minor repairs. That was a maintenance agreement from the 1970s. And along with that, and we've got a current HPA that the mayor and Jessica got last year. I think we'll be able to increase the height on the between 10th and 400 ponds, the height of the ditch. Hopefully that'll go well at the meeting.
One other question. You said Cherry Park. By the end of the week, is that just the trees and the stumps? They're not going to have the pond redug out or nothing?
No, that'll include taking out all of the debris in the pond as well. They're going to be very quick. It's going to take a little more time for the fencing. The price of fencing materials is only going to be good for 7 days because of the tariffs. The fencing guy this morning told me they ordered a $100 part out of Mexico and the tariffs were $150. So I don't know if they went routed from China to there and then into the country and just kind of added up.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir. Chief Shepherd?
I'll be brief tonight. I did not submit a written report. I just wanted to report there was a gentleman that came in last last council meeting talking about the cats, animal control. Reached out to the Sumner chief. He was not aware of the reluctance on the animal control to take care of that issue and definitely agreed that they should be coming here to pick up the cats and assisting our citizens with those, and he is rectifying it on his end. Other than that, I'll stand for any questions.
City Administrator, great.
All right. This Saturday we have our recycling event. I also, the first thing I wanted to say, the Easter event went great this year. I appreciate all the volunteers' helps, and the YMCA helped stuff eggs, and so shout out to them. Fishing Derby is also coming up on May 10th. The bike rodeo is set for June 7th. And Juneteenth is coming up on June 20th. So next week, Dana, Kari, and myself will be at the Labor Institute. It's a conference that AWC puts on for labor-related, so HR-related classes. You'll also see an increase in code enforcement coming up. Dean and I are actually going to spend a week just focusing on processes and getting the first educational push out to residents. You also see a little snippet in the newsletter about it's that time of the year again. Here's the code in regards to vegetation. Let's see. Gary has asked me to approach council with this as a first touch. He has a grant for $6,000 for it's the Stay Active, Get Active. King County allocates to all the cities every year a certain amount. This year we got $6,000. They're still working through the final agreement that I'll have for council at the next meeting. He can't spend any of it until we have an agreement in place, and so he's asked if council would consider my report as the first touch. He would like to use it for the bike rodeo in June, and then he also wants to do a kids color run this year. And when he told the grant representative about that, they were all excited because there really isn't anything in the South King County area for color run related. So they're excited to hear about that. Other than that, is there any questions? Yes, sir.
I was asked by the Algona Days Committee to ask the council if they wanted to walk or ride in the parade. And I know Linda's already said she wants to ride, and I'll take feedback from any of y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride in the fire truck.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna ride in the fire truck.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I'll walk in it. I'll walk, yeah. Walk.
I'll walk.
Yeah, I'll walk too.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I thought I had a question, but.
You answered it yourself.
Oh, middle housing. I forgot my own thing. Middle housing. You'll see I have a flyer with the administrator report for middle housing. Right now, it is with Planning Commission. They have had the last few weeks to review it. They actually had this written, EJ Municipal came up with a form where the Planning Commission can read through and, fill out their thoughts. We already got one Planning Commissioner's input, and then this Thursday is Planning Commission meeting where they'll give their input, and then we'll have it at the next council meeting, and it's the public hearing this Thursday. So we should have for council's review the first version of the middle housing ordinance at the first May meeting.
First May meeting, you said?
First May meeting, yeah. Usually there's an end of June deadline, so. Yeah.
My question was the land acquisition. What piece of land is that?
Oh, the DNR one? So are you talking the one that's in my report?
Yeah, the one that's in your report.
The conservation futures funding?
Yeah.
That is the little sliver of a lot that's right behind Alpac, next to the railroad tracks. It's on the east side of the tracks, on the south side of Ellington. So between the businesses and the railroad tracks. Yeah. So DNR owns that piece, and then the piece just south of Alpac on the Pacific side. So Pacific's buying that portion, and then we're trying to acquire the other one. And it's all through the conservation futures funding. They've extended the program to include that property.
Would that give us water capacity? Is that the goal?
Hoping, so right now we have a wetland mitigation system in place, but we're hoping this will be the bank for the system. Right now we don't have a banking system, if that makes sense. So this property would kind of be the way where we'd have a system in place for residents, if they want to wetland mitigate here in town, we could use that property and put the funding towards that to restore. I hope I'm explaining that right. Am I missing any good points? I don't think so.
So is that split of property above the wetland, so you can bank that for future
Correct.
development or mitigation?
It answers my question. Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. I have a quick report. I was able to attend that Comcast meeting today. And what it is Comcast is giving out 100 grants. And you gotta apply between May 1st and May 31st to small businesses. And that will include a $5,000 money they can use to improve their business, plus they're gonna go in and give them new electronics for their rebuild all their electronics, et cetera. There'll be more information coming out. I do have a website. I do plan to make sure that every business in Algona gets an opportunity to apply for that grant. So it was an interesting meeting. There was about 40 people that attended. So it was good. And then still working hard on my next video. They've been coming through with all their information. So this next one will be adding photographs and videos to it. Be a little bit more in depth. I was surprised that it had almost 750 views last time I looked at it. And so we get some positive comments on Facebook about it. So,
Is that linked to our webpage?
yes. Barry Fossell was helping me do that. He's on the planning commission and very, very computer literate and very helpful. It took 15 takes to get that user prompter, so it was good. Anyway, that's all I have for this evening. Thank you.
I had a question.
Yes, sir.
Channel 21, you want us an update on that?
I can do it. That's
Yes,
fine.
yes.
We're out to bid right now, and that's redoing this. It's setting up channel 21, and so for probably 30 days.
I can provide a little further. So we asked Locke, our new IT service, to develop a proposal both for Channel 21. Channel 21 is now in that closet. They moved it over from the PD. He's been in contact with our Dell rep, getting estimates on the software. I had him ballpark it. We're looking at about 30 grand, and we will have to come to you for a budget amendment because we did not put that in the budget this year. But he's going to get us a detailed. He also has a camera system that can be controlled, and he's actually going to demo it first before he sends us a bill for it, install it, demo it. So he's got a plan. The last key was putting him in contact with our Dell rep. He's working through the hardware stuff. And there's also one other big project he's handling for the city, and that's coming up with a data center and getting everything off our physical server. So between those two, but I did check with him. He's working on it.
So it's gonna stay dark until then?
Say again?
It's gonna stay dark until then? I mean, there's nothing on it.
Yeah, it's sitting in that room disconnected.
There's no way we can put like a stay tuned,
Yeah, we can try to get her up and going this week. And
Just give a little information, hey, we're upgrading under construction or something.
Gotcha. All right.
Thank you. Move on to audience participation. City Council encourages public participation during meetings of the City Council and welcomes your comments. This time is set aside for you to speak to the City Council on any issue. The Council ordinarily takes non-agenda matters under advisement before taking action. You're also invited to comment on action items that are considered during the meeting. Individual speakers will be limited to 3 minutes each in addressing the City Council. When addressing the Council, please speak clearly and audibly and state your name and address for the record. There's nobody here, so we'll move on to discussion. Item A is ordinance number 1252-25. Amending parking related Algona municipal codes.
Yep. Okay, so this one's up for final reading. This is the third touch. Is this it?
No, this is the parking.
Oh, I'm sorry, the parking. So this is second touch on the parking ordinance. As requested by this body, Zach and I went through and Zach created a parking ordinance, and we discussed it at a workshop, and then we're here in front of you with the actual ordinance. And what it does, it's based off of RCW, the Model Traffic Code, and it's pretty straightforward. So this is first touch, so if you have any questions, please email me and I'll be glad to get them addressed with Zach, or if I can't answer. So,
So did you say this is the?
I'm sorry, this is first review. Yep, my bad. My apologies. So we got 2 more times then. But as you know, we're putting a major walking trail in this summer along Algona Boulevard, and we want to make sure to give plenty of time for people to acclimate. There's not going to be parking on the west side of Algona Boulevard. So we figured, and even with a big buffer, I'm going to call it, because it's bigger, it's going to be bigger than a curb, somebody's still going to try to park on that walking trail. I'm more confident. Where there's a will, there's a way. So let's just get this started, process started now, get it out of the way.
You might want to, for the public works portion of that, if you have an extruded curb right there. If you can have an extruded curb as a separation, public works needs to probably figure out how they're going to clean behind that thing. So our sweepers won't be able to get in there and sweep that. So
Good suggestion.
it's a maintenance decision that has to be made.
Sorry, Jess.
Any other questions or comments on that? I see no new business, old business. 5th Amendment to the Waste Management Solid Waste Collection Contract.
So this is our 3rd review of this. Jeanette was here at a workshop recently and discussed this amendment to the contract. Again, this is for vacation holds, as well as the delinquent bills and what to do about those situations. So Zach reviewed this, had no changes. So if there's any questions.
Make a motion to approve the 5th Amendment to the Waste Management Contract for Solid Waste Services.
I'll second.
Have a motion and second for the 5th Amendment to the Waste Management Solid Waste Collections Contract. Are there any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ordinances and resolutions. Item A is ordinance 1250-25, establishing unfit dwelling regulations.
Okay, this is third touch. This is what I'm ready for. This is the ordinance covering a gap in our city code dealing with uninhabitable structures or unfit dwellings. It mirrors the process in section 35 of the RCW that gives us the authority to take certain actions against property owners that continually don't upkeep their property or have buildings that are so far in disrepair they're detriment to public safety. So again, this is third touch on this, and it's up for passage tonight. I'll stand for any questions.
I make a motion to approve ordinance 1250-25.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve ordinance 1250-25, establishing unfit dwellings regulations. Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passed. Item B is ordinance number, or resolution, I'm sorry. Resolution number 1295-25, accepting the bid for the 3rd phase of the wetland preserve restoration and alternative trail project.
I make a motion that we approve resolution 1295-25, bid award for wetland preserve restoration and interpretive trail project. I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to approve resolution 1295-25. Is there any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Pass. Next, workshop.
I would like the middle housing presentation to be during workshop rather than the regular session. Council's open to that.
judge come on May?
She has not responded back to me, but I think it's gonna be the second council meeting in May.
Anything else, anybody have anything else with the good of the order?